Hey guys, how's it going? Hey, garden update. It's been a couple weeks. Lots has been happening. Things are going on. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. Anyways, let's go have a little walk around as we normally do and show you what we got. Okay. Things are going quite well up here. The cucalemons are growing. Cucamelons have been a bit of a, I won't say a disappointment, but just not what we paid for. We're after these mouse melons or sour gherkins. I'm not sure what they're called, but we're getting something quite long. They're good, but you know, these are some other cucumber, but we're not getting the cucamelons as promised. But our cucalemons have been coming through. Let's see if we can find one. The cucalemons are over here, and they're doing pretty good. There's a bunch of them. I cut some off today for pickling, but they're growing up there. Oh, not many on this, but the flowers are everywhere, just everywhere. Okay, let's get on to, let's get down to the garden. All right, had an onion problem. Not sure what got on, a little moist in the, well, wet. There was a lot of worms and stuff on the onions. We only ended up with maybe 15 or 20, but that's okay. Better luck next year. All right, so let's get down there and see what's happening. I wonder if we'll run into Maxwell when we're down here. I'm sure we will. He often just shows up. Well, I guess as you guys can see, there's a little structure going on over there in the background. I'm actually making a bit of a greenhouse. I've got a top to go on it. It's just part way through. I've got some other channels. Well, you can have a look there if you want to see it and just see what I've been doing. It's on a bit of a time lapse. It's interesting to say the least. Gone through a couple of design changes, but all in all, it's starting to work out. You'll see what it's like in finish. I'm sure you'll be, well, I don't know if impressed is the word, but I'm happy with it. Get to the garden. So, you know, the corn, this is the short corn. It's not too tall. I mean, it's hitting only 5 feet, but we've got some ears there. We've got some ears of corn going on. We'll see how that goes, you know. I went ahead and took a bunch of beets out today because I've been pickling the beets. We have a few left, and the few that are there, they're small, but I think it's our second planting. So we've been kind of doing that a little bit, planting a couple things, you know, every month, I think. Maybe this might have been 6 weeks. Here's some of our peppers. Getting real proud of these chocolate beauties over here. Hopefully they'll develop into something. Right now they're small, and if we get them, I just want the seeds and try to propagate them because chocolate beauties are just supposed to be very dense in nutrients. They're very, very dark, deep purple. Yeah, so let's see how it goes. Okay, and here's our Cherokee purple tomatoes. We have some on the vine. They're starting to come forward, you know, looking pretty good. It's nice, man. This is fun stuff. I really enjoy doing this garden. I haven't had, what is this one here? I think this is my beefsteak tomato. This is my heirloom heritage tomato. I haven't got any fruit yet, but you know, Kumi's saying that this plant has to develop. I mean, it's tall. It's already at 5.5 feet. So she said it should develop quite well, and then we'll start getting some fruit. So the celery is just continuing going over there. It's just fun celery. We'll use it for juicing and stuff. A couple rows of carrots in here. The carrots have been pretty good. I've been, you know, I haven't seen the rainbow. Well, rainbow to a certain degree. I've got one that's been white, and the rest are multicolored. So I guess they are rainbows. Beautiful little Roma tomatoes coming up in here. So they're just coming through. They're getting there. We're gonna have a few of those. They're just all down in the center there. Just all kinds of them. Just beauties, beauties, beauties. What's over here? These are just beefsteak tomato. That's a nice big one. They're getting there. Everything's slowly coming around, but you know, what's gonna happen? Oh, there's a big one down below there. I think what's gonna happen is as these things develop, they're gonna crank out. We're just gonna have a bunch of them all at once. Because some of these are determinate. I think it's the beefsteak tomato, the early girl, the Napoli, they're all determinate. So once they produce their fruit, that's about it. Now, this is a plant that I'm amazed. It's doing extremely well. That's the early girl. And this is the, I think these are the Napolis. Nice, interesting looking tomatoes. And over there, let's go have a look over there. We've got, I'm just gonna, going through the little new greenhouse that we're building. Okay, so over here, these are our black crim. So these black crims are just beautiful. They're dark. They're so dark. It's just, I love it. And there's so many of them. This is indeterminate. This is going to keep producing tomatoes all season long. I mean, we're going to have so many. I've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's like 15, 20, 25. Look at the shape of some of these, you guys. Just look at that. They're just incredible. Over here, they call these slicer tomatoes. Yep, and there's just, you know, a bunch of tomatoes. We'll be doing sauces with them. This is the little Napoli, and look at these guys. These guys are just hanging there. There's so many. I'm talking 15, 20, 30 per plant. Just terrific. And of course our chamomile. This is my Roman chamomile that I got from some friends, and it's been terrific. It's been producing so much. They say it's not as flavorful as the German chamomile, but because it's a perennial, but I disagree with that. I think that it's just as good. All right, well, let's continue on, and we'll just move on down through here. Let's see, what do we got now? All right, so I've taken all the strawberries out of all the different areas that they are, and I've ended up putting them in over here, just because for me, it was just, I decided to make a little strawberry nursery. So what we're going for right now is all these plants are going to be just propagating through here all throughout next year. I'm just going to let all these become strawberries. So I've got all the moms, let's call them there. They're all dropping off their little tendrils, because apparently strawberries are only good for about, I guess, 2-3 years. And then that's what they tell me. I don't know. And then they say they don't reproduce much anymore. So they start putting out these tendrils. So instead of going from seed, we just take a direct clone, I guess is basically what we should call them. And but I'm gonna let them do their own thing. Let's see how they work out. I had some that I had upstairs in the tent, try to give them some light, but they didn't really seem to do any better or worse than others. So we're gonna let everybody acclimate out here. It's kind of hot today, 30, 32 Celsius, you know, so that's kind of in the 90s. It's getting up there. But yeah, beautiful stuff, man. Great. I can't wait to see these strawberries next year. You guys have to come back next year and have a look and see what we've done. You know, oh, look at that, Greek oregano, little sage. That sage just went nuts from one little tiny store-bought plant. I mean, it's just gone absolutely nuts. Okay, so over here I've got my dill growing, and I want that dill to go to seed because I want dill seed. So, and it's also really good for the propagators, the pollinators, and all those guys that are over here right now. They're all just doing their jobs. Terrific. I've got some, these are all our chocolate beauty peppers that I've transplanted from upstairs. I grew them from seed that we tried. I mean, I'm just hoping they work out. It's been a tough go with those two. But as you can see, the plant I had on the other side there, it's going. But let's see how these do. I've got a few of them, so chances are we stand a better chance. This is our Spanish thyme. Beautiful, beautiful plant, getting beautiful flowers on it. Look at that. Gorgeous stuff, gorgeous stuff. All the different cucalemons. Like I say, we thought we had cucamelons, but we don't really. They're cuca something else's. But I don't know if you can see over there, but there's some awfully big cucumbers growing up there. Look at that. Nice. Yeah, so, you know, cucalemons, cucamelons, petit cornichon, mini cukes, and our basil. I mean, I got to crop this every couple of days, and I'm getting like a half a kilo of basil all the time. It's just, you know, it's the way to go. You just keep cropping them right in here. You know, just take a node off, and just wherever there's a new branch growing, it's just going to continue to grow. It's just fantastic. Oh, there we go. Hopefully, all right. More celery, you know, we've been using it in different things at home from time to time. We're trying not to grow an overabundance, but just an abundance, and it just seems to be working. Okay, guys, this corn's got absolutely nuts. I don't know how to tell you this, but I can't even touch the top of it. So I'm hitting well over 8 feet, and I've got, of course, I don't remember. So we've got the peaches and cream, first two rows, and bantam, the other 2 rows, and they've just been going nuts, man. They've just been going nuts. I mean, look at them. Look at all the corn in there. Look at all those. They're all these ears. Kumi's been pollinating everything, getting them all ready, getting everything happening. Of course, there are cucumbers in between. She's been getting all this going, man. She's been doing such a good job. The popcorn's in here. Haven't seen any fruit on the popcorn, the pink popcorn, or the glass gem yet, but we're getting the flowers. So it should come soon. I don't know what's happening, but we'll have to keep a look, keep our eyes peeled. More cucumbers. That was, like I say, supposed to be the cucamelon, but it ended up not being as such. Oh, look, there's one down there. We're gonna go have a look. I'll show you what came out of my cucamelon, so-called cucamelon plant. Let's go in there and have a look at it. So what we've got is, let's see, where did you go? So here they are here. So this is what I've ended up with, is what they call my cucamelon. You know, it's got some interesting striation stripes right here. So it looks like it's a cross-pollination between that and between a cucamelon and a regular cucumber, I guess. I don't know what else to say. We're just gonna keep watching it, and we'll try again next year to get actual mouse melons, sour gherkins, whatever they're called. But because we kind of want to try them and see what they're like. All right, so over on here, I don't know if you guys remember, this is of course all the unfenced area I've left here. You know, all this one here and these two beds here. We had rabbits and animals, bears, you know, everything gets in the garden. So we thought we'd just kind of give them their opportunity to have something else to eat, and then they don't have to bother all of our good food. All right, composting over here. We're just trying to make our own something for next season. So we have our own beautiful compost, trying to keep it warm, moist, just keep worms there. Man, I dug a hole the other day, so many worms. I keep turning it over every now and then, and it's working great. Watermelon plants, lots of them, lots of watermelon plants, lots of flowers. Don't see too many fruits yet. Haven't quite figured out the watermelon scene, but we'll get there. Yeah, pumpkins. We're gonna see several pumpkins as we go. There's one of different varieties, I'm sure. Little strawberries. Corn everywhere, because I just had a bunch of it, and I wanted to try and see what it was like when I planted the corn inside those little peat containers, you know, those little small things. They took a lot longer. They're really short. They haven't really done much. But mind you, didn't really pay too much attention as did the other corn over there. Another pumpkin. That's a big boy. Starting to turn nice color, starting to blush. Away we go. More corn in here. Got some cukes. These I think are just maybe just a petit cornichon, a little mini cucumber. I mean, they're just, you know, they're everywhere, you guys. And I just allow this thing to climb. And we just let it go, and it just really, everything just took off. It took off very quickly. I mean, it took forever, I think, to start growing, but then it went. You know, here's another watermelon plant. Lots of flowers. This one's actually climbing the corn, and that's what they said. They said if you go ahead and plant some of these, you know, different types of climbing plants with your corn, it'll actually climb the corn and propagate that way and just live. Look at this. This stuff's just got a mind of its own. It's just going everywhere. We're going to keep an eye on it. Hopefully we're going to get some good melons by the end of the season.